Hello everybody, Eric Volt here, and this is my second ever appearance in Top 8. My first one was at the end of 2017, Autumn Circuit I believe, and now at the end of 2018, Top 8 in Standard. Alright, so let's get to my deck list. Move this down. I played OTT. We got our starter, Rabbit Boy. I love animals. That's it. We got 4 Bird Boys and 4 Statue Girls. 8 crits. We got 4 Heal Girls and 4 Protect. She protects you. She's also a draw trigger. We got the 14k booster behind your Vanguard. It makes numbers for Imperial Daughter. It's a pretty good card. Next, I run Shooting Hobby. This is a weird one for a lot of people. I think I've had maybe 8 or 9 people ask me why I run this card. I just really like it against the Kagero matchup. I know a lot of OTT players don't really worry about Kagero, but I just like having him in the deck. He's a 15k grade 1 booster, or defender. So he's a 15k shield, and he's pretty good against Waterfall. We got Luck Birdie, the Bird Boy number 2. He draws you a card, and when you place him and activate a skill, he gets +6, so he's an 11k booster or 11k attacker. Pretty good. We run 3 Circle Magus. I know a lot of people like to run 4 just so they can get it early, but I think late game I never ever play it. It's always a 10k shield guard, so that is why I run 3. I need to make room for Shooting Hobby. Next, we got the free deck stacker. I basically want to check the top card of my deck as much as I can each turn, and if it's a card I like, I can just leave it on top, save my cards, and do it next turn. So 4 and 4. Pretty self-explanatory. 4 Promise Daughters, really good against shadows, really good resist unit. You just place it in the back and they can't retire it, they can't do anything, they can't attack it, and Shadow Paladins just hate this card, and I think it's unfair as well. Next I run Double Torts. I know a lot of people don't run this, but just the factor that people can just rush you down early. But I like this card. It's our saving grace against Murakumo. When they burst you down, you can make something happen with this card. Like for example, you can have this card in the rear. You have Imperial Daughter, give it +6. Do whatever you can. Some kind of pressure. The most well-balanced grade 3 in the game, in my personal opinion. I love this card. It's an axe skill, so you can activate it anytime you want during your main phase. And it's pretty nice because you don't always have to re-ride to grade 3 every single turn. You can always just activate her skill and stay on her for a while. And I like it against Murakumo because before I start pushing them damage, of course I'm going to ride this first so I can activate her skill every turn. So, great grade 3. The most highly pressured grade 3 in this deck, Imperial Daughters, gets a crit, +15, very good card. I run 3 Deers because mid and late game, you want to see this card obviously. And this card will win you games, especially in a game of nutrition. Alright, cool. So that was my deck profile. I'm just going to go over what I played. Round 1 I played against Pale Moon. Great matchup. Let me move the camera. There you go. Alright, round 1 I played against Pale Moon, which is pretty easy in my opinion because you don't ever give them more than 2 counter blasts, and you're gonna net way too much advantage over them. Round 2 I played against No Life King, Dark Regs. And yeah, they can't do anything without counterblast again. And You know, when they start soul charging, when they hit you on hit, soul charge 3, you just let them do it. And then my opponent did that. He was just spamming it early, and I was just letting it happen because I had my win condition set. I just decked him out, decided to deck him out, and yeah, play a longevity game because they can't do anything without Counter Blast. Round 3, I played against Aquaforce, a buddy of mine actually at my locals. He was running Aquaforce, and he did not see Tidal Assault. And I gotta admit, he was pretty trigger dry. I don't think he hit any triggers for 3 whole turns, I guess. Round 4, I played against Kagero. Shooting Hobby came in clutch. Allowed me to save a lot of cards, make a lot of good numbers. Even though the fact that he went Waterfall, 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 and he had one more Waterfall in hand, but I finished him before he went to his last one. Round 5, I played against Mirakumo, finally, right? And yeah, he pretty much destroyed me. I got him to 5 damage early, and I pushed with Deer. He had all the guards in the world. I got him down to 1 card in hand, and he survived and finished me off next turn. Round 6 was no show. Surprised, right? You lose round 5 going 4-0, and you drop out. I'm guessing he had to go. That's what I'm guessing. All right, round 7, I played against Shadows. Again, all I did was play my Promise Starter in the back and build momentum and set on CEO, and pretty much just won from there. Round 8, the final round, was a mirror match actually. Very good player. It came down to battle of nutrition, obviously in all mirror matches. He ran out of steam fast, and I never ran out of steam. I sat on CEO, and I got her effect off 3 or 4 times before I needed to re-ride. Him, however, he rode into Imperial Daughter, and yeah, he couldn't do much because he's got no other grade 3s, and I just dared him for a game, and that put me in top 8. And then my top 8 match was another mirror match. I was I was playing seed 1, so I was playing the number 1 seed from Swiss, and yeah, he beat me maybe like late game, super late game, where I had 8 cards left, or I'm sorry, I had 5 cards left, he had 8 cards left, and we both were just we just had a flood of hand. We just had like 10 cards each, and yeah, we weren't going to kill each other. So I was going to go to deck out, and obviously I deck out first. There's nothing I can do about that. And yeah, that wraps up my top 8 experience. Yep. Next, I want to give shout-outs to Pro Player Gamings for sponsoring me and giving me an opportunity to play under them and keeping me motivated. So thank you for them, as well as Ultrapro Gaming. I want to give a shout out to the PPG guys that played with me in this event. Daniel and Axel, I wish you guys showed up to the event, but they couldn't. They live very far, and that's okay. Nikki, Jacob, Y, Justin, and Eric, all those guys did really well. Actually, a lot of them topped 8, both standard and premium. I want to give a shout out to Game Zone, my local shop, for providing us a place to play and the cards we need and the stuff we need. And the MetaStorm boys, I want to give a shout out to them because that was my first team. And yeah, it was nice seeing everybody at the regionals, and that is it. I am out. See you later, guys.